Hello everyone to Belle's Reading Time. Today we will talk about a story called The Shelterlings by Sarah Beth Durst. The Shelterlings is a fantasy novel about a group of small magical creatures who live together in a shelter hidden in the forest. The shelter is a very important place because it protects creatures who are weak, injured, or have nowhere else to go. At the beginning of the story, the shelter feels warm and peaceful, and the creatures living there feel like they belong. They rely on each other, and even though their lives are quiet, they feel secure knowing that they have a home. Everything changes when the shelter is suddenly destroyed. This moment is shocking and scary for the shelterlings because they lose the only home they have ever known. Without the shelter, the forest becomes a dangerous place filled with threats much bigger and stronger than they are. The shelterlings feel afraid, confused, and helpless, and many of them doubt whether they can survive at all. Some of them feel angry or sad, while the others feel lost and unsure of what to do next. This disaster forces them to leave behind their old life and face a future they are not prepared for. As the shelterlings travel through the forest, they face many challenges. They must find food, avoid predators, and figure out where to go next. Because they are small and not very powerful, every decision feels risky. Along the way, they sometimes argue because everyone is scared and stressed. Some characters want to hide, while the others want to keep moving. These disagreements show how hard it can be to work together during difficult times. However, even when they disagree, the shelterlings slowly learn that they need one another in order to survive. One important part of the story is how the characters grow and change. At the beginning, many of them see themselves as weak or unimportant. They believe that only big, strong creatures matter in the world. As the story continues, they begin to understand that everyone has brave enough to take risks. By combining their strength, they become stronger as a group. The book shows that courage does not always mean fighting. It can always mean being kind, helping others, and not giving up when things are hard. Another major theme in the Shelterlings is the meaning of home. At first, home means the physical shelter that protects them from danger. When that shelter is gone, the characters feel like they have lost everything. Over time, they realize that home is just not a place, but the people who stand by you and support you. Wherever they care for one another, this becomes home. This idea is important because it teaches that even after losing something important, it is possible to rebuild and move forward. The book also focuses on kindness and empathy. The shelterlings survive not only by being violent or powerful, but by helping each other and helping thoughtful choices. They show compassion even when they are scared, and they learn that kindness can be a form of strength. This makes the story different from other fantasy books, which often focus on battles and heroes. Instead, The Shelterlings teaches that cooperation and caring could be just as powerful. This book interests me because it focuses on the characters who are usually overlooked. The Shelterlings are small and quiet, but they prove that they still matter. I like how the story shows that you do not have to be the strongest or loudest person to make a difference. It also reminds me that a change can be scary, but it helps people grow. The characters feel real because they experience fear, doubt, hope, just like the people do in real life. Their journey shows that even when things seem hopeless, working together can make challenges easier. That's it for today. Hope you have a great day. Bye.